Okay, people, so we're just going to do this fast here. This is just to document the reactions that I'm having with this stuff. We're going into 1, 2, 3, quiet, 4. We're going into the 5th day. Okay. This is like causing really severe reactions in terms of tears. Like ASAP, fast. And I can't control them. Now, I've been crying because of what's going on with this porch. So there's not that many tears that need to come out. Because I've been crying. Because what's happening is, as I'm using this stuff, see, I think because I've been crying, it's taking longer for it to react. Because if you notice, I can keep my eyes open. Now I'm starting to feel it just a bit. Here, I'll close them and let that stuff just get around in there. So isn't that interesting? I've been crying. There's not much tears that can come out because I've already released them to cry, right? Because I'm so stressed out with this porch. Like, I'm starting to think I'm just going to have to get the hell out of this house and cut my losses. Cut my losses. Well, the tears are still there. They're still coming. But it didn't burn. Not like maybe tonight, because I'm going to do this for just see how it goes. That's amazing. That's something to make note of. Because I've been crying, and I already released a bunch of tears, like an onion would do. That didn't sting. And I could keep my eyes open the whole time. I can't see you. I can see myself as a shadow, blur, moving around. That's why we got the dollar store glasses, so I could see more clearly, right? Talking into the camera, not into the mirror. But that was almost painless. And the only thing that I can contribute that to is the fact that I've been crying prior to doing this. I was supposed to put it in at 2:30. It's 3 o'clock. Because I put it in at 2:30 last night. I'm keeping track of this shit, right? And because I sat there and cried for about 20 minutes off and on, I'm not trying to have a pity party, but I'm just so stressed out with everything. Whatever those eye drops are meant to do, I think the tears did it. That's my personal assessment. It's not an opinion. It's an assessment. There's a difference. Now, we know the second drop doesn't sting. And I figured this is a lubricant. Now, remember, when they gave me this stuff, they didn't tell me in what order I should use it. I should just use, the 2 in the afternoon and the 3 at night all in a row. They never told me what row to do it. I've been choosing to take the one that stings to release the tears because instinctively, or common sense, whatever you want to call it, tells me that they're trying to remove the liquid by flushing it out, as something like an onion would do. And because you're burning your eyes, right? Because it stings, so you're going to cry. It's the first thing that's going to happen. Everything's going to go into, protect mode and flush out the foreign body. Flush out whatever it is that's upsetting, the equilibrium of your eyeball, right? And how it operates. And then because you burned your eyes, because this stuff here, the first one, is burning the eyes. It's burning it. It's burning it to flush out the liquid. This one is like a lubricant, to soften the process, so it's not continuously eating away at whatever it is that they're putting in your eye to get you to get those tears to come out. Because this one doesn't burn. So I'm just thinking it's a lubricant of some kind. But what I'm finding now, getting into the 5th day, it started like a day and a half ago. My eyes are drying out. Because 2 to 3 hours before, I'm supposed to close my eyes and let it roll around, right? 2 to 3 hours before it's time to put the drop in, my eyes are starting to get all itchy and burn. When someone takes their nails and they pinch you just very, very lightly and you get that little pinchy feel, that's what it feels like. 2 to 3 hours before it's time for my doohickey thing to do here. Now the thing is, I said to the doctor, so I'm outside. I'm working like a dog out there. And I'm supposed to come in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, drop everything, take off my muddy boots, come in, you know, and try and not cross-contaminate myself with a bunch of fucking mud and all this other crap that's on me because I'm outside doing whatever I'm outside doing. Wash my hands 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I put them in at 2 o'clock at night and sit there and start doing all this shit and then go back outside? You know, business as usual? Anyway, that is a very interesting thing. I sat there and I cried for 20 minutes before I came in here and did the fucking drops and this did not burn. Let's make a mental note of that. Okay, people. I'm somewhat concerned about this. Now, this could be just leftover residue from when they covered the roof. But since the last time I videotaped this, it's accumulated even more. So how much residue is left over? Because this stuff, this roof has been done for a while. Is this normal? I don't know. I'm going to call up some roofing companies and I'm going to make some inquiries. Because if this guy ripped off my landlord, well, he's going to have to come off and rip off the roof and redo it. Seriously. Okay, people. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to sleep for a little while. I admit I had a nap. Oh, I don't know what time it was, but I'm pretty depressed right now. I didn't put this on this afternoon. I was supposed to do it around 4. That's when I had my nap. 4 p.m. I got up at 6. And I didn't feel like burning my eyes. No. I'm pretty blue. I think I'm going to have to do some drastic changes here. I'm going to do this quickly. I think I'm just going to have to cut my losses. Huh. Seriously. I'm getting sick in this house. Too much work. Too much stress. I can't keep up with it. It costs too much money. Oh, it's burning. Now comes the tears. Because I didn't put it in at 4. It's going to burn even more. Oh. I think it's related to salt. What is it? Salinity? In the eye, like in the ocean, right? The salt content in your eye, in your tears, it's reacting to the tears because when that stuff happened with the porch, right? I cried after that. I don't cry very often. You're not supposed to get this in your mouth, which I just did. But I cried. Because when I say my stuff is getting ruined, I'm not kidding. It's been getting ruined ever since I fucking moved in. And if it's not getting ruined, it's getting poked at. Because in the garage, nothing is. It's all, you know, it's a hit and miss. And, you know, things get taken from downstairs. I just noticed my disco ball is missing now. That could have been my stepson, though. Because he had that problem when he was a teenager. And I think he still has that problem. So I don't want him back at my house any longer. And I'll make sure he gets the message. Because I'm done. I had to kick down the door tonight. Well, not down, but open, right? My daughter. My middle daughter. Because she took my keys. Well, a key for her room, and she lost it, and she hasn't given me a you know, my own, right? And she keeps leaving her window open, and I keep telling her to lock it, because I have some creeper that likes to bust open my gate every 4 or 5 days, and I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something out there. Keeps moving everything that I keep putting in front. He's going to get caught one day. He'll get charged with trespassing and stalking. But, so I had to. That's it, though. I'm going down there. As soon as I get down there, that's it. I'm starting to take her shit out. You know, kind of follow basic fucking rules. Right? I'm going to put her dresser out in the garage so she gets the message loud and clear. I don't want her living here anymore. I don't even think I want to be living here anymore, people. The only thing I'm going to miss will be Mr. Lace. And the few little things that I've done around the yard. It's going to take me a while to get out of here, though, unless something drastic happens. Because I have to prepare for it, right? Have to clean up after myself. You know, do the responsible thing. But everything that's in that X Club, I think I'm just going to start packing it up. I was really hoping I was going to introduce my little grandson to the little boy next door, across the road there. And so he'd have someone to play with in his own yard and in his own house. And I was really looking forward to him playing on the porch in the painting / greenhouse / X Club. Which is a joke. Right. So we'll go in there when I wake up. I'll put on some work clothes. Bundle up, because it's cold outside. Grab a rag and a bucket. Start washing and wiping it down and taking it downstairs and putting it into my soon-to-be evicted daughter's room. And she'd be, oh, I haven't left yet. Why are you doing this to me, Mom? Hey, bitch. You're just a bitch. Oh, I missed it. This is just the lubricant one anyway. This is not the one that brings the tears. This is the one that's supposed to maybe prevent your eyes from turning red. As you're burning your eyes with their drops going up into your nasal passage. Do you know that I am being tortured? I have extreme ringing in my ears that just all of a sudden one day manifested. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't going anywhere. Nothing. Just out of fucking blue, it just started. And then it just got worse. And now it's really bad. And then, of course, we've got this that makes me now want to get all my teeth pulled. Well, not all my teeth pulled. All my mercury fillings I want replaced. I think it's a real travesty that the government filled up my mouth when I was younger with a whole bunch of heavy metals. I've had them for over 4 years. Right? I got one more drop. And 2 root canals. Get rid of them. And whatever else is bugging me over there. That's just piercing pain. Non-stop piercing pain. But I can't afford that, so I don't know how that will ever happen. Okay, so what did I do? I don't even freaking remember. Last night, I put 2 of these in. I did. I think maybe that's why I missed the 4 o'clock one this afternoon, because I had 2 of these. I did this one, lubricant, right? Now I have to do the one before I go to bed. Or did I already do this one? Fuck. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't really care, because my eye doctor is an abusive human being. And now he's abusing my eyes. No, I didn't put this one in. That one went in too easy. So I'm going to go to sleep for a little while. And then when I get up, I'm just going to put on my work clothes and put on my work boots. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to dig me up some freaking plywood that was supposed to be for the hen house. And I'm going to drag it out into the back. I'm going to find my tape measure. And I'm going to start measuring stuff out. And I'm going to videotape that crud that's accumulating on the plastic. Because every time I look at it, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that makes me really wonder what else is coming off of this roof. Because that's only one little teeny weeny spot off a whole big fucking roof. Right? And then I'm going to get into the X Club. And like I said, start, I guess, taking it downstairs. Something. Can't stay in there for very long. It's going to get ruined. I've been afraid to go in there and look. But I know it's going to take more than 4 days. Give it a couple of weeks. Okay. Okay, people. I'm awake now. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be doing too much of this right now. It's cold outside. Can you see this pulling up more? You see it? What is this? Whatever it is, it's more and more. This shit's gonna pop. Something's gonna pop here, maybe. Hold on. As you can see, the water is a lot more, much higher now. Normally it's just right in here. Now it's as far as in here. You can see it. Right up in here. No point in trying to push that out. There's all the crud from the roof. You can see it. There it is. Everything getting wet. Dripped on. You can see, I can smell the mold, people. I don't know if I can put this light on to prevent mold, but it's molded up in here already in the last few days. I can smell it. This is so depressing, people. So depressing. So depressing. No wonder why I'm getting sick. Like, honest to God. I'm afraid to put the light on. For the simple fact is, if that plastic up over there goes, water comes flooding out. Right into the light socket. Boom! That's it. That's it. But you can already smell the mold. Okay. So,
Okay, my friends.
what did you say?
I said, okay, my friends.
Okay, members and friends. That's what you said. Okay, members and friends.
What?
Anyway,
Yes.
you tell me how I'm supposed to live like this for the next 3 years of my life under the conditions that my health is in without proper health care.
Oh, that's
Because I'm not getting it, people, with my teeth.
Nick.
That's a big factor right there.
Wait,
I think with the
these
ringing
are
in the
puppets on
ears
Yeah.
and the chronic pain. And now I've got this assault on my eyes 2 times a day. Hold on. Because that's exactly how I feel about it. It's an assault. It's worse than an onion. It just works faster. That's all. And it's straight to the point. Only, you know, I got some of that in my mouth yesterday. Because it runs down so fast. You gotta try and catch it, right? I went to sleep. And I got a stomach ache from it. Right? And, I just don't feel that good, right? I've never been ill in my whole life. Shh, let me talk. I have never been ill in my whole life. But I'm getting ill. For whatever reason, probably to do with stress and everything and overworking and, you know, coming into contact with mold all the time. All the time. I'm working in a muddy yard and sandy front all the time. So, I mean, obviously I'm not going anywhere right now. But you tell me what I'm supposed to do with that X Club. I smelt the mold. And it's only been, what, 4 days, 5 days? And it's not going to stop. It's just going to get worse. That's why I'm not going to do it today because it's too cold. Go down and just start taking the stuff out. And wiping it all down with a little bit of bleach and water, right? And let it dry. And I don't know, basement's so small. Like, really, this house is a very small house for what you pay and for what you're required to do in the yard. There is no balance there, right? So, because those guys, they didn't come yesterday, so, no, wait. They didn't come yesterday because, you know, it was chilly. It wasn't raining like it is today, but, maybe it was just too cold, I don't know. So, you know, I'm not chasing people down. I can't. I don't have the energy for it. And I have the money. I took it out of the bank to pay them however long it was going to take. So it's not like I don't have the money. Maybe they feel sorry for me. Maybe they know that the landlord should be fixing it. Who knows? You know, take a stand up against the landlord. Because I'm having a hard time getting people coming in here and just doing little odd jobs. You know, for whatever reason. So, no. This is it. I'm going to upload this one as is for now.
Can I talk?
Okay, what do you want to say? Go ahead, talk.
We got our fridge.
That's our fridge?
And we
Yeah,
got
that's okay.
vegetables.
We got vegetables, eh?
And Elsie too. A cat.
Yeah.
And Missy got a cat.
The homeless cats. The other thing is, you know, when I move, because who knows when that will be, right? It's not that easy. You can't just pack up and move. And it's not like I want to move. I did a lot in the yard. I have a right to enjoy that. But what do you think they're going to do? You honestly think they're going to sell this house and lose money with the economy right now? Right? Because that's what my landlord says. Oh, well, you know, if I sell it now, we're going to lose money because, you know, the housing market is going to drop and blah. And, you know, and there's this one guy, he keeps coming around and he keeps asking me all the time. They scare me with it all the time. There's always somebody coming around wanting to buy this house because it's connected to an alley, right? So I guess they figure if they buy this house, it will be easier to start chipping away at all the other houses to building their monster houses or some complex or something, right? So in the meantime, please, Andre. So in the meantime, you know, it's an old house, so they don't want to spend much money on it, right? Because it's an old house. And if I was to move, let's just say if I was to move, I honestly don't think that they would sell it at this point because the housing market is very, you know, it's dropped, right? The bang for the buck isn't there like it was a couple years ago. You know, the best thing for people to do is just to sit tight and ride the storm for the next few years and hope it irons out, and then these things are going to skyrocket, right? Go up to 600. Quiet, no, please. Go up to $600,000 because the new mayor says that's how much this place is worth, right? Because she needs her taxes. She has to justify raising her taxes. So she's going to raise the property value, not the house value, but the property value on this lot, and that's going to shoot this place up to $600,000. That's when they'll sell this place. They're not going to sell it for $450,000 and lose $100,000 in freaking, you know, equity, right? I mean, they might, but no. If they didn't, though, you know, who do you think they're going to have come in? Another single mother with children and old people attached to her hip? I mean, what we represented when we showed up looking up this place was stability. Stability to pay the rent. They, first of all, through their little network, I'm sure they found out somewhere through the grapevine that I never miss my rent. Always pay my rent, right? Clean up after myself, too. So right there, that's kind of a sign of a, you know, I wouldn't call them a good tenant, right? Because I don't think good tenants are valued, right? So, you know, a tenant that's responsible, right? But do you honestly think you're going to rent this place out to another single mother with kids and old people that can't go out there and, you know, fix gutters and roofs on the porch and wait till that crap underneath the garage drops, right? And all those other little miscellaneous repairs. No, they're gonna rent it out to somebody with a father with his family.
I talk?
No, I'm talking. That's what they'll do. And because the dad's all gung-ho to make a home for his family. Like when I moved in here, we have been moved and bounced around and mistreated so much within the, you know, the rental market that when we finally got here and they said, oh, no worries, live as long as you want, we won't raise the rent, don't worry. I said, okay, here's my opportunity to make a home. Andre! Here's my opportunity to make a home for my family. Try and get back what we had when we lived in that other house for 7 years. But I didn't see the yard when they showed it to me, the house. We seen the house at nighttime. Stop it! We seen the house at nighttime. I'll take it away. Just wait. They booked us in at night. In the evening when it was dark, and they whisked us through this door from A to B to get into the basement. Didn't even realize they had no inside stairs until after I paid the damage deposit, came home and thought about it. Because they knew, they didn't, you know, they just whisked us through and, oh, let's go look for the downstairs. Oh, come on, let's follow us. So we followed them. We never even got to see what the yard looked like because it was dark. And then they came back upstairs and said, rent it now. Lose it, pay, or lose it. Because we got somebody else coming. And that's what my other landlord in the other house did for 7 years. He said, rent it now, because if you don't rent it now, I can't guarantee it's going to be here for you when you get back. But that landlord was better. He mowed the grass. He fixed things when they needed to be fixed. And he just didn't come with some broken appliance. He came with new ones. And I know what? I ran into his wife about a month ago, and she was saying after we moved out, and they used to call it Judy's house too, like this one. Oh, this is Judy's house. I remind my landlord, this is not my house. This is your house. I only rent the house. But they call that one, I guess, Judy's house too. And they said after I moved out, everything in their life fell apart. He ended up having a brain aneurysm, right, in 2005, right? And, you know, he's He's like an infant now. And his wife, that's all she does all day long. Punjabi, just look after him all day long. You know, as if he was an infant. Probably the stress of it all. Just the stress, the BCW government and its fucking stress, man. That's all they've done is create stress. Andre, I don't want to have to talk over your squealing. Wait till I'm done. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Give up Mr. Lace? Leave him behind for the man of the house when the new persons move in, right? Because another 3 years of this to try and get my son through college, that's 3 more years out in the freaking yard, laying cement and building things and spending money and being out there for 10, 12 hours a day, 3 to 4 or 5 days a week, depending on what time of month it is and, you know, the weather and all that. It goes on my energy level. I can go 3 days back to back, 1, 2, 3, from 10 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, 12-hour shift, 3 days in a row, and then I crash for 1 or 2 days. And then I get up and I start again. Try and get a handle on this shit out there. And then I gotta deal with this crap. And my spirit is broken. That's what's happening here. They're breaking my spirit. That's how I'm going to just leave it at. They're breaking my spirit.